They called it the House of Blossoms. To the world, it was a brothel draped in silken scent, where laughter floated on jasmine air and painted girls poured wine into the cups of powerful men. But beneath its beauty, secrets bloomed like nightshade. Lianhua had been sold there as a child, no older than 7. Her hands were too small for tea trays, her voice too soft for song. But she learned. She learned how to dance, how to smile without meaning it, how to read a man's silence better than his speech. And she learned poison. The House of Blossoms was no mere brothel. It was a web of spies, and Lianhua was its most delicate blade, trained to kill with perfume, hairpins, and charm. They gave her a new name, a new past, and a vial of powdered death hidden beneath her sleeve. Her target was clear. He would come on the night of the Lantern Festival, dressed not in robes of royalty, but as a wandering noble. No guards, no fanfare, just a man mourning his brother, who had died mysteriously weeks before. What Lianhua wasn't told was that this man was the crown prince. She had one task: seduce him, poison his wine, walk away. She entered the moonlit chamber barefoot, draped in soft pink silk, the scent of Osman thus clinging to her skin. He was already seated, back turned, staring out the window at floating lanterns rising into the night sky. "Would you like music?" she asked gently. "No," he replied, without turning. "Just your company." There was something hollow in his voice. Grief without rage. Loneliness without demand. She poured the wine. Her hand did not tremble. Not yet. But then, he spoke. "Do you know the poem that begins, 'The willow bends where the river runs, but never forgets the wind'?" She froze. Her mother used to recite that line, back when Lianhua was still a girl who believed in spring. He turned then, and the candlelight caught his face, elegant, but tired. Young, but burdened. A cut traced his cheekbone, not yet healed. "I didn't come here for pleasure," he said. "I came to forget a death I cannot avenge." Her throat tightened. Something was wrong. He wasn't a man of power in search of delight. He was a son mourning a brother, a prince hiding in plain sight. She set the wine aside. "Don't drink that," she whispered. His brows lifted, startled. "Why?" "They told me to kill you," she said. The air thickened with silence. "And yet, you didn't." "I couldn't," she said. "Not after hearing that poem." For the first time in years, Lianhua's heart beat like it belonged to her. He rose slowly, watching her as one might watch a storm cloud, uncertain if it would rain or vanish. "Who are you?" he asked. "No one," she said. "A girl who forgot how to be cruel." There was no time to run. The house would know. Her hesitation was a betrayal. They'd come for her, and likely for him. "I have to go," she whispered. "They'll kill us both." But the prince shook his head. "No. You saved me. Now I'll save you." By dawn, the House of Blossoms had been raided, by imperial guards led by a masked commander. By dusk, it burned. No one knew how the crown prince had discovered its secret. No one asked why he took one of the girls with him. In the mountains beyond the capital, Lianhua awoke in a quiet temple, surrounded by mist and pine. "You're safe," he said softly, kneeling beside her. "For now." "I don't understand," she said. "Why risk everything?" "Because you were the only one who saw me. Not the crown, not the name. Just me." She looked away, afraid to meet his gaze. "But I was trained to kill you." "And yet," he said, smiling gently, "you didn't." Weeks passed. In the sanctuary of the mountains, they began to know each other not as assassin and prince, but as Lianhua and Jian. She told him of her childhood, the mother who vanished, the poems whispered before sleep, the years spent turning into someone else. He told her of court life, how every kindness was a transaction, every gaze a judgment. Together, they gathered herbs, fed temple cats, read poems beneath lantern light. And in time, they laughed. One evening, as plum blossoms fell like snow, he took her hand. "Lianhua," he said, "you were trained to destroy. But you saved me. Let me give you something in return." She looked up. "What?" "A life that is yours. No more orders. No more masks." "But I have nothing," she whispered. "You have your heart," he said, "and that is worth more than any crown." But peace is never simple. The court soon discovered his disappearance, and the rumors that followed. They said he had gone mad, that he had been bewitched by a courtesan, that he had betrayed his bloodline. An envoy arrived at the temple. The emperor was ill. Jian was needed. "I must go," he told her, "but I will return. I swear it." Lianhua nodded, trying to be brave. "Don't forget me." He kissed her forehead. "I couldn't, even if I tried." Days turned to weeks. Lianhua waited, lighting incense each morning, whispering poems into the wind. Then, one night, he returned. Not in secret, not in shame. He came with guards in gold, with banners bearing the imperial crest. And in his hands, he held a small lacquered box. "I told them everything," he said, eyes shining. "Of the brothel, of the spies, of the girl who saved me." "You did?" she whispered. "They called it madness. I called it truth. And now, I am to be emperor." Her breath caught. "And you came back for me." "I came back for my heart," he said. Then, opening the box, he revealed a hairpin made of silver and coral, carved in the shape of a blooming lotus. "Lianhua," he said, kneeling before her, "will you marry me?" She cried, not because she was afraid, but because for the first time, her life was hers to choose. "Yes," she said. 1,000 times, yes. Their wedding was not a spectacle, but a garden ceremony beneath the stars, with lanterns floating above and the scent of jasmine on the air. He wore white. She wore red. They ruled not with fear, but with grace. He kept her close, not as a concubine, not as a consort, but as his equal. And she became legend. The girl who was trained to kill, but chose love instead. In the spring, when the wind carried the scent of blossoms, they'd walk the palace gardens together. She'd wear the silver lotus pin in her hair, and he'd recite poems, starting always with, "The willow bends where the river runs, but never forgets the wind."